Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a great day. Today I'm going to show you the starting of my great big massive wall hanging, macrame wall hanging. I have been working on this for a while now. I got on my rope in February. This is now July. And the reason it's taking me so long is because I'm so scared that I'm not going to cut the ropes all the right length and it's just going to be a big mess and I'm going to have wasted the $80 for my rope. And, you know, to me, $80 is a lot of money. So, but I've got everything started. I've got my slab on the wall. And I will cut to the video of me putting the slab, or the stuff for the slab on the wall. There's blocks behind there, there's hooks back there, but I'll show you all that. I've got it videoed and I will cut to that in just a minute. And then I've got this big closet rod. I got this out of my son's closet. It is 95 inches long, so that gives you a feel of how big this piece actually is going to be. And then I'm hoping, if I cut the rope all right, that it's going to be about 3 or 4 foot down the wall in length. So to do this piece, if you want to do something exactly like this, now my husband used to work in a sawmill and he brought me this slab several years ago. It's just been hanging on the wall ever since he brought it home, but we took it off the wall a few months ago and I put everything behind it and then I put it back up on the wall and then I put this down below it. When everything is done and the piece is all finished, I'm going to put fall leaves. I hope they're either going to go through here or they're going to go up here. Just depends on which one looks better. But we will cut to the putting the slab on the wall and then we'll hop right back here and we will start cutting our rope, and that's just going to take forever. But I will tell you, this is Bonnie's craft cord. This is what I'm going to be cutting, and it is 6mm rope. It is 100 yards. Now that is approximately 300 feet of rope, and I've got 8 of these, and I'm hoping it's going to be enough. I hope it's going to be enough. So jump over and watch the video of putting the stuff on the wall, and then we'll come right back here and start cutting up our rope. I wanted to show you what I've done for my big, massive macrame wall hanging. We have put these blocks of 2x4 on the wall with hooks on the bottom of them. We have attached these into studs on the wall, and we're going to put 2 more here and here. They're not going to have these hooks on them, but this is what we're going to hang our macrame piece from once we get it done. And we're going to have a big wooden slab that's going to go over this. We're going to screw the slab to these, and then we're going to hang our macrame piece from this. So whenever you see the finished piece, it's going to have a big wood slab and macrame coming out from below it. But this is our first step, is putting these on the wall. These are just 2x4 chunks. They're probably about 4 inches long, and then the hooks on them. Okay, we'll be back later to show you more. Okay everybody, we are back from seeing how the slab got on the wall. Now we're going to cut our rope, and I'm going to cut them 16 foot long. Now this one I've measured. You don't have to measure every single one of them, because we've got better things to do than measure each individual piece one by one. So I measured the first one. That way I can see how many body lengths it is. I believe my body length to be about 4.5 foot, but that's not an exact science. So this exact rope is going to be 1, 2, 3, and about a little over a half, 3.5 body lengths long. Now, to attach them to the closet rod here, you're going to put the 2 ends together, like that. And then go down to where you have your loop. Then put your loop behind your rod like this. There's the loop. Grab your two tails and pull them through. And there you have your lark's head knot. Okay, so I've gotten all the ropes up. Took me about like 4 hours. I cut each rope at 16 foot each, and there's 80 ropes there. And you can see it goes all the way down. So now I'm going to zoom you in so you can see our next step. That's going to be a whole row of square knots. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the very first row here. That's going to be a whole row of square knots all the way down. You've got to have 4 ropes to make a square knot. So you take your first 4 and you take the one on the very left, the first one on the left, bend it up into a 4, like that. There's your 4. And then you take the one on the very right, put it over the one that you just bent up, back around these 2 anchor ropes here in the middle and through this little loop right here. Pull the end all the way through, and then take the 2 tails here and pull it up to the top. Sort of hold down on these center ones and just pull it up like that. I'm not going to choke it up that high. There. Now, that's the first part of the square knot. For the second half, you do it the exact opposite. You take the right one and you bend it up. You take the left one, put it over that, around the 2 anchor cords, and through this loop right here. And then you take it and you pull that up. And you do that on every single one of these all the way down. Okay, everybody, what we've done is we've got our first row of square knots all the way down the piece. Our second step is we're going to start alternating square knots into groups of 5. So like this will be 5, and then this will be 5, and we'll do that all the way down. So to start your first row of square knots, you're going to leave off these 2. The first 2, just pretend they don't exist right now, and take the next 4 and just start your square knots, and do that for 5 down the piece. So actually this row is going to be 4. So there's 1, take the next 4, and the next 4, and you're going to make 4 square knots and then go on to another set. One more. And that is going to be your first set of square knots. And then you're going to go to your next, you're going to count another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take these. I'm not going to do anything with them. And then start another set of 4. And there's your next one. Now, we're going to do that all the way down the piece. And then our next one, of course, we're going to go down in a V right here. So for your next row, you'll leave off 4. leave off the first 4 and get the second 4. And this one, this row will only have 3 per set. And we're going to do that to each set until we get down to the very tip, which then you will only have 1 square knot per set. And then you'll leave off these 4. So you've got 3 square knots. Now the next one, we're going to leave off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do a square knot here. And 1 right here. Just like that. And then you're going to put 1 right here in the middle. Take these 2 and these 2, your 4 middle ropes, and put 1 more square knot here. And continue doing this all the way down. Okay, y'all, what we've done is we've got our little triangles done all the way down the piece, all the way to the end. So now the next segment that we're going to do, or the next step, is we are going to do double half hitches down these sides, just like that. So to do the double half hitch, we're going to take this rope, the very far rope, and we're going to drape it down like this, hold it down like that, take the one beside it, the next one, bring it up like this, pinch it right there, and take this part and stick it through this loop, through the loop right there. Pull it all the way through and pull it up to the top. And do that one more time. And pull it up to the top. Like that. And then take the one beside it, the next one beside that. And do the same thing. You're going to do this twice for each rope. Just like that. Get the one beside it and go again. 1 and 2. And do that all the way down this side of your triangle. Next one. Just like that. Now, see here, we're coming to this middle one. So we're going to do one more on here. So half of your middle, half of that middle square knot is going to be on this side, half is going to be on this side. Now, to do this side, you're just going to grab this one, this far one for this section, bring it over this way, and do the same thing. Take the one beside it, hold it up, put your end through that loop, and pull. And then pull it up to the top, And again, do it twice for each rope. And go on to the next one. Now there's your lead rope for this side, and here's your lead rope for this side. Now to close these together, I'm going to take my lead cord from the right side here, and just take the lead cord from the left side and just do the exact same motion twice, and that will make it have a neat little, if it gets loose like that on you, just reach behind it and pull it, and then it will tighten right up. At least I thought it would. There, and that will make it have a little point. So then after I get both of these done, that one's a little bit loose right there. Once I get both of these done, then I'm going to do a double one. So my lead cord for this side now is going to be this far right cord. And I'm just going to do that same motion again on both sides. Now I'm going to go over to the other side, grab the far left cord for this set, pull it over, and do the exact same thing on this side. Now then, I've still got this one unworked, and I'm not sure what I want to do with him yet. Let me see. I think he needs to go on the other side. So I'm going to take my lead cord from here and just work him into the right side. Like this. And then I'm going to take this lead cord, the right lead cord, over the left lead cord, and do that same thing again to make another point. And that is what we're going to do on each and every one of them, all the way down, all the way to the very end. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of practicing and ripping out, and didn't like this, didn't like that, but I think I finally got it figured out here. So I was going to show you what I've got on this side as far as the work goes, and I will show you how to do all of this over on the other side, and I will show you all of this right over here, right there. So let me show you what the next what that next section is going to look like. Okay, so if you're macrameing along, this is what your piece is looking like right now. So what we're going to do on the next section is we're going to take these 4 ropes right here, the 2 from the left side, the 2 from the right side, and we're going to do another square knot right here, and we're going to pull it up pretty tight to bring these 2 closer together. And do the second half of the square knot there. Those twisted. There we go. And then we're just going to stagger our square knots. We're going to take the 2, this square knot here, we're going to take the 2 from the right hand side of that and the 2 to the right of it, and do another square knot. We're going to pull it up pretty tight as well, way up to the bottom of that one. And then take the left side of that square knot and the 2 to the left of those, and do another one. This row here will have 2 in it. And then we're going to do the same thing, but down here, and we're going to make 3. So take the 2 to the left, the 2 left of those, and put another square knot here. Like that. Now take your next 4, put a square knot there, take the next 4 and put a square knot there, for a total of 3 square knots for this row. And pull them up tight. For the next row, see this square knot right here, take the 2 to the left and the 2 left of those and another square knot there. And then travel on over like normal, the next 4 ropes. Okay, last one that we're going to be increasing. So the 2 to the left of this square knot and the 2 to the left of them. And this is going to make a total of 5 square knots in this row. And this is the last one that we will be increasing our square knots. What we're going to do now is we're going to start decreasing. Leave off, see this square knot? Leave off these 2, take the next 4, and square knot there. And then we're going to do that all the way back down to where we have 1 in the center. Okay, so this is what our diamond looks like right here. And we're going to repeat that in between each of our top diamonds all the way down. So we're going to repeat that diamond over here right there. So then the next step that we will do, let me get you back over here, is right here at the bottom of this, we're going to put 2 double half hitch rows right down through here. And to do that, we're going to take this far right cord and drape it over like that. Take the one beside it, flip it up through this loop right here, pull the tail through, and pull it up tight. And do that again. Do it 2 times for each rope. And we're going to just go right down the edge of these square knots as tightly up to them as we can get. 2 for each one. And to get it up tight like that, if you'll pull this cord up a little, it'll make that up tight like you're wanting it. You can see how that one got a little bit loose on me. Just reach back behind it with your fingers and pull this one, and then pull this one. And it'll tighten it right up. What you're going to do is that center square knot, you're going to, right here it is, the center square knot, you're going to split it in half. So 2's going to go to this side, 2's going to go to that side. Just like this. And the last one on this side. So there's that. Then you're going to come over here to this square knot right here. The one that is on the longest row. This lead cord, the far left one, is going to be your lead cord. Bring it down. And just do the same thing again, double half hitch. Twice for each rope. And up as tight as you can get them. Now here's the last one of that square knot. Now what I'm going to do is you have your 2 lead cords here. I'm going to take your right lead cord over the left lead cord and do that same double half hitch right here. And that will make that to a point. And then we're going to do this again. Just repeat it for another row of these double half hitches. Again, up as tight as you can get them to your previous row. And repeat this on each diamond all the way down. I'm going to take this lead cord right here. I don't know if you've seen what I've done there. Here's the lead cord coming out of this. I'm putting it to this side. And I believe I'm going to even take this one. If it's not right, whenever I get over there on the next row, then I'll fix it. But I believe that's how I did it. No, that's not how I did it. So, since I got that wrong, I'm just going to... Sorry, battery went dead again. Real quick, I took this one out, and I'm just going to work that one in like this. And then I'm going to take my right cord here and tuck it in there like that. And this section is done. Do that to every diamond all the way down your piece. And I will come back whenever I have more battery and show you how to do the cute little flowers. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And now we're going to do the flower on it. We're going to do the flower right underneath this peak right here. So let me zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so in order to start our flower, what we're going to do is we're going to get this far left cord and we're going to double half hitch it up in a hump like that and back down. So to do that, take the one next to it, put your double half hitch probably about an inch down. Do that again. Tighten it up. Now to get our hump in there, this next one we're going to go up with. So tighten it up just a little bit tighter than what you did the last one. And we're going to go up again with it. And I'm going to go up again with it. And one more time. So I'm going to go up for, looks like 4. And then we're going to go down. So hold your lead cord down now. And down one more time. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. So grab your far right cord and double half hitch. I'm going to put it a little bit farther down than what I need it this time, because whenever I suck it up there like this, then it's going to pull up. Now we want to go up for 4, so a little bit tighter this time. There's 1. There's 2. Three. And 4. Just taking it a little tighter each time, and then we're going to go down. And down again. And there you go. There's your top piece here. Now we're going to do another row right along the edge of this. So take your far left cord again. That's your lead cord. And just start double half hitching and take it up tight to the bottom of your previous row of double half hitches. We're going to leave that lead cord unworked for now. Do the same thing on the other side. And there you go. Now, to do our center piece, we're going to take the center 6. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6. The center 6, and do a square knot. and I'm going to bring it all the way up to the top, and it's going to turn sideways like that with the double half hitch. That's what I want. And tight. And the same thing over here. The center 6. And there's the center of that. Now, for the lower half, we are going to take this far left cord. That's going to be our lead cord, and we're going to double half hitch right around the bottom part of this square knot. We're just going to use that square knot as our guide and go right down the edge of it. Okay, so you can see we've got our 4 lead cords here. We are going to take that and do a square knot to pull them together. Push them up tight. It's not working for me here. Okay. There we go. Square knot right there in the middle. Okay, so we've got these 2 done. Now we're going to do the bottom petals. We're going to leave these 2 center ropes off. Get the one beside it to the left. And double half hitch. And again, we're going to try to put that hump in it. So we're going to pull this one up to the top. And then we're going to do this one a little bit tighter. And this one and then we're going to start going down. Slightly down with this one, and then we're going to go pretty sharp down. With the rest of them. We're wanting it to really turn here. Now again, on the other side, leave off these 2 middle and go with the next one over. Now for our centers, and we're going to leave off those 2. We're going to get the center 6 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to do a square knot again. Square knot. There we go. And the center 6 over here. 2, 3, 4. Right there. Center 6. And another square knot. just like that. Now, we're going to take, here's our two centers that we're leaving off. Take the one next to it and do another double half hitch right along the bottom of that square knot like we did up top. Go ahead and close it up here on the end. And do the same thing on the other side. Leave these two unworked, take the one beside it, double half hitch along the edge of that one. And then close him up with that end cord. Okay, so to do the next step, we're going to now work these two cords here. We're going to take this one this way and this one this way. Grab the one beside it, right here, double half hitch. We're going to go right down the edge of this double half hitch right here. Now for the next side. The one that you didn't work all this time, that's your lead cord. Double half hitch right along the edge of what we just did. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to make our stem, and we're going to take our 4 center cords here. Spread them out so you can see. 4 center cords, and we're going to do 7 square knots. I'm going to try to keep these straight. Don't let them twist. Bring that right up there. So here's 1. Two. Okay, so once we get those on there, then we're going to do our leaves at the bottom. For the leaves at the bottom, we're going to get our far left cord, and we're going to double half hitch again, up and then back down. So we want to put our first one probably a ½ inch below. Tighten it up. Now we're going to go up. Up again. And up again. And now we're going to go down. There should be one right back there. It's kind of tricky to see him, but he's there. Down again, and then looks like there's one tucked in right there. Down again. And now we're going to work on these that we was with our square knot. We're going to continue just like that. And work the last one. Right there. Now do the same thing on the other side. And now I'm going to just continue with that double half hitch. Take this, you can see this lead cord's going over this lead cord. Just go ahead and work him in the same way to close them up. Now we're going to take our 4 center ones and make a square knot. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 center ones right there. And make a square knot. That makes the middle of the leaf. Same thing on the other side. The middle 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to close up the leaf just like we did up top there. Take your far left cord and work it right around that square knot. Leave that lead cord unworked and go to the other side. Okay, now you can see this lead cord is going under that lead cord, so just go ahead and work him in to close it up. And there it is. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now, and you can see we've got this spot right here that's not worked up yet. So I'm going to show you what I did with it. All I did is a bunch of little zigzags. That one going over there, this one going back this way, and back this way. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to take our far left cord, and we're going to work over like this. So all we're doing is double half hitch again. We're going to pull him up tight. And we're just going to gradually take him sort of at just a diagonal. Now there's our first one going down. Now we're going to take that same lead cord. We're going to go back over this way. And we're just going to zigzag down like that. Okay, so the next section is down below this zigzag right here. And what we're going to do is do some square knots that are going to go diagonal like this. So take your left 2 coming off of your zigzag, and then the right 2 of this one, and do a square knot. Probably 2 inches down. And then we're going to do an alternating square knot. So we're going to take the left 2 of the square knot and the ones just left of it, and do another square knot right here. Bring it up just right underneath it like that. Okay, and we're going to do that for 5 of them. So here's 1, 2, and do it again. There's 3. Oops, that got popped up. Here's 4. And one more time. 5. Now we're going to come back up here and we're going to take the 2 right ones of this top square knot and the 2 right next to it and do another square knot, and we're going to do another row here of 5, just like we done these. So take the next one down here is going to be the 2 left of this square knot and the 2 rights of this square knot. Do another square knot there. And again for another 5. So there's 2. 3. 4 and 5. Now one more section of this, we're going to put another square knot right here. So we're going to leave this one off and take the next 4. Leave off the far right cord and take the next 4 cords and do a square knot here. And we're going to do 4 here. One, and then the 2 left from this one, the 2 right next to it, or left next to it. Two. 3. 4. And there, you can see that just sort of ties everything right here in together. Okay, once you have your flowers and leaves on, then the next part is going to be to do a little spiral stitch right here. First, we're going to just put a square knot right there. Don't pull it up tight because then it's going to push it up like this, and you don't want that. You want it to hang, want these to hang straight. Okay, so for your spiral stitch, we've got our square knot here. We're just going to do half of a square knot. So I'm going to go to the left one up through and pull up. And you just do that half of the square knot for 12 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can see that it's starting to turn and it's getting kind of hard to work with. Just keep twisting it over to where it's easier to do. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then you can just twist it like that. And then next, you put your fringe on. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and the last thing that we're going to do for this piece, is we're going to put some fringe from these 2 peaks. Just like that. So I've cut me a length here that is probably about 1.5 feet, and I'm going to just stick it through the hole right here. There's a hole right there. Put it through there and just make a normal knot. Now I'm going to slide that knot back to the back of my piece. And then I'm going to bring it over here and do the same thing. Just going to shove it through there. Go through there. Okay. And I'm going to tie it. I'm going to tie it up pretty tight for right now, because I can loosen it later, or I can, if I need to, I can tighten it up later. That's why this piece is so long, because see, it's going to hang down like that and drape. So I'm going to just turn this around there. Like that. And now, for the fringe, I've cut some pieces that are probably about 1 foot long. And you're just going to do those with a double hat, or a lark's head knot. So take your 2 ends and put them together. And there's the middle right there. Put that back behind it. There's the loop right there, and pull your tails through and pull it up to the top. And I'm thinking I'm going to need about 11 of these. That's how many I have cut. If not, then I'll just cut more. Okay, so I went ahead and done 12 of them, but you can see right here, it's a little bit too far, you know, it's swinging down too much. So I'm just going to take where I tied it and untie it. Right there. I'm just going to untie that. And tighten it up to where I want it. And tie it back. Now, I'm just going to let that end hang down with the other pieces. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit. Maybe. Said I wasn't going to tie it very tight. I guess I did, didn't I? Tighten it up. And I'm just going to loop that through there and let that hang down. Turn it to where it's hanging down with the rest. Now, these are sort of spaced out, and that's okay, because the last thing that I'm going to do to the fringe is I'm going to take the ends and fray them out. And all you have to do is just pull, and it comes out really good. This part is going to take literally forever, and that's just the nature of the beast that we're working with. So just take your time. Once you get to this spot, just put on all of your fringe and then just work on fraying out all the ends. Each one of these you're going to have 24 ends to fray out. And I'm going to fray this all the way up to the top. Okay, so this literally took me an hour and a half to get all of this frayed out like that. But I think that the look is so worth it to go ahead and take the time and fringe it on out. And so we're going to do this to every peak all the way down the piece. And then for the ends, there's some shorter and some longer. Let me see if I can get you down there so you can see. They're just all different lengths, see? So the really long ones I'm just going to cut and fray a little bit. This just happened while I was working with it. I mean, yeah, I know I put the tape on there to make sure this didn't happen. But as I was working, some of the tape come off and some of the ends frayed anyway. So, but I think it looks really cute like that. So the longer pieces, I'm just going to stagger and mix in with this look right here and leave it like that. Okay, y'all, I've got it done. It's all finished and it looks great. Let me move here so you can see. All I have done is I've put my fall leaves in between the slab and the macrame piece, and I have put some orange lights back behind the slab. I know that's hard to see with the lights all on and everything, but they're there. I promise you they're there. And so this piece took me such a long time, y'all, but patience is a virtue. I promise you, you can do it. Just stick with it, and you can do it. I promise. And it is so worth it once it gets done. I love it. My husband loves it. He wants it above the bed, but it's not moving, y'all. It would take a small miracle to move this thing now. I promise it would just take forever. So if you liked my video, please give me a good thumbs up and subscribe. And have a good day, everybody. Bye.